Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here. Back to watch two armies, bound in the service of the world-conquering overlord, somehow combine to be less than the sum of their parts in Tyranny. Sincerely, I don't get it. The Scarlet Course and the Disfavored, they're like the anti-Voltron. They're not a cool group of sweet lion robots that, when threatened, respond by forming a giant Gestalt sword-bearing robot of pure ass-kicking awesomeness. No, the Scarlet Chorus and the Disfavored, they go the other way. They're more like a goat cheese and Brussels sprouts sandwich, which is to say two bad things that go worse together. And like a restaurant with a goat cheese and Brussels sprouts sandwich on the menu, I'm starting to think maybe it's time I take my business elsewhere, Tyranny. This plot is insipid. I get it. I really do. The Scarlet Chorus and the Disfavored, they have differing worldviews. They don't get along. I got it. It's readily apparent to me now. But do you really expect me to believe that every single member of both factions hate each other so much that they won't put aside their differences for even a few days to kill an enemy, which arguably they're supposed to hate more, and to do so in order to avoid their own self-destruction? They'd rather all die fighting each other than to kill their enemies, their actual enemies, for a couple days in conjunction and then, go back to slowly killing each other. Your blood feud can't go on if everybody's already dead. That's the end of the feud. You're supposed to hate these turncoat tiersmen more than you hate anything, but clearly the only thing you hate is the other faction. I don't buy it. Also, I don't buy the fact that Club Slugman and his merry band of killers here are going to single-handedly thwart the Citadel. This is just...
On the lookout.
This can, this kind of thing can happen, but this has got to be like your background story. It's be like, while the armies are engaging the forces of the Citadel, Club Slugman and his loyal band of killers sneak in. But that's very definitely not what is happening here. Club Slugman and his loyal band of killers are not sneaking in while the rest of the force is engaged. Club Slugman is just like, everybody in the Scarlet Chorus is an idiot, so it's up to Club Slugman to do all of the heavy lifting by himself. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to come down here and we want to batter this man into unconsciousness. Stop sneaking! Okay, that man is sundered. Now we want to thrust him. Meanwhile, Barrack is just taking a massive beating. Is there any way we can get rid of some of Barrack's wounds? We really need a way to make Barrack be less injured all the time. I don't want to do that. Also, yeah, just stand in the way of that line attack, Verse. That's perfectly sensible. Use Warrior's Respite. Hey, Verse, you want to do what you're told and keep shooting the enemy I told you to shoot? Shoot this guy! Shoot the mage back there who is slowly killing all of us. This man is destroying us. We need him dead. The controls, even with the AI, turned off, sometimes it just doesn't pay attention to what you really need or want it to do. It's just like, nope, I'm going to do my own thing here.
I'll omit that from the record.
Okay, let's go ahead and get him with the stunning sunder. Now let's go for the thrust. Okay, Lantry's doing a good job keeping everybody alive. He's got Barrack still in fighting trim, although Barrack has 75 wounds at this point. Lantry, what are you doing? You're quickening...
Bleed out, you little shit.
You quickened Verse. Okay, I guess maybe quickening Club Slugman would be the vastly superior plan? But I guess, I'm not one to judge, I suppose. Let's take all of their stuff. Is there anything else in here we're stealing? We can steal something out of that bookcase. Was there anything back here we could have stolen, by the way? I forgot to look. Yeah, we could have robbed what appears to be a quiver of arrows. Okay, what's very definitely a cache of arrows didn't have a single arrow in it. Fortunately, it had like a garnet and an opal. I always keep my semi-precious stones in with my arrows. I just find that it's best for business. Barrack, is there some way we can heal your wounds? Can we camp here? Oh, we can. Do we want to camp right now? Nah, well, let's see what... let's see what the future holds. Maybe we will. First thing we're going to do, though, we got to level Verse, definitely. So, Verse, I would like something that makes you shoot faster. What ability would do that? What is going to make you shoot quicker? Accuracy, armor, deflection bonus. Then now, I would rather you just do more damage. +3 attack and ability strength. Sure. I guess making you stronger somehow makes your bow more powerful. I want you to do more damage is what I would like you to do. What skills can you get? Duelist. Skewer. Killing spree. After a kill, Verse will strike twice with their attacks for a short time. Does that work, I wonder, with a bow? Fury's Rush seems somewhat useful. When an enemy strikes Verse, no, I'm not interested in that. Mocking Iron. Verse taunts her foe, enraging them and forcing to attack her. Let's just give her Fury's Rush. Moving quickly about the battlefield. This will help her use her combo ability, Blood-Soaked Stone, because she can close the gap with Club Slugman faster. I don't hate that plan. All right, so regroup everybody here and stealth up. Let's see what's going on. Barrick, were you just angry about the fact that I told you to stealth and sneak around? I mean, we're in the middle of an enemy citadel against what should theoretically... Mess hall still burns. Yeah. The Venrian Guard will never be the same after this battle. No, because Club Slugman will have killed like all 12 of them. Apparently, the Venrian Guard consisted of like 14 people in one fortress. Most of whom, not all of, but most of, who have already been slain by Club Slugman. Did we really, Kairos, did you really need to send an army at all for this, is the question that I feel compelled to ask at this point. I don't think we needed any army. Everybody unstealth. The stealth mechanic is still a little confusing to me. Once we're discovered, we're not really discovered? I don't understand that. 1,000 strikes. Oh, you're gonna come at us with the see, why are we still stealthing? Shouldn't we just come out of stealth? Would you guys stop standing in a fucking line so that you can keep getting hit by line attacks? I don't like the fact that the AI also is not smart enough to do, like, basic competence. Just, like, here, no, let's all stand in a line so we can all get whacked by the same attack. Maybe scatter out a little bit. I don't want to have to micromanage the AI enough to tell them to not stand in a line and get devastated. Yeah, shut up, Bear. Okay, so we got... I don't know what that was. Water? It looked like a jug of water. Maybe it was wine. Let's grab all that. Hey, we got like a bunch of potions, I think. We found a fish. Fantastic. I'm super stoked about that.
Ash protects.
We have a bunch of like consumables though. Can we, how do we use those? Can we use those? Like they're potion. Okay, so we got our party stash. What do we got here? Got some cheese. I'm really more interested in just heals. Here, Club Slugman, you do that. Oh, quick items. I guess we put them over here. All right, so we'll give you that. What does this do? Sure, throw that in there. Greater healing potion. Probably don't need that. Water. A whetstone. Whetstone's not terrible. We should give, we're going to give that whetstone to Verse. We want Verse to use the whetstone. I don't know what I've just picked up. Verse, you get a whetstone. Oh, we have 23 of those. Everybody should have some. Barrack here, you take a couple of those too. Lantry, sure, you can have a few. What else have we got? Sable root. Raises the imbiber's resolve and delays unconsciousness. That seems useful. Here, Barrack, you eat that. Alright, now we've got that taken care of. I still don't care about spells. Yeah, still don't care about spells. And we may, let's, I was thinking about camping, but if it's just going to be like a couple guys at a time, that's no real problem. We can handle a couple guys at a time. Something in here is glowing. My broccoli senses are tingling. That definitely looks like, back up though. We're not ready yet. Honestly, I don't know why I sneak. It doesn't really seem to do anything. It doesn't seem particularly beneficial. Also, can I change formation? Just go back to this formation. Here, actually, you know what? Go to the diamond formation. Looked fine. Yeah, there we go. Getting a diamond. Okay, Barrack's going to get spotted, but that's fine. Diamond formation into the room, everyone. Advance. Now, here. I'm going to deliberately bust my own stealth because the coming out of stealth mechanic is shit. Then we're going to have Barrack run in, get everybody's attention. What are you? A Sage Apprentice, so magic user. And a radar. Okay, so we have 2 magic users. They gotta die. All right, Club Slugman. I want you to just run to here. Verse, I want you to stop where you are and immediately set this person on fire. Lantry, I'm not going to give you orders because I don't really understand how your abilities work, and honestly, I don't want to learn. All right, Club Slugman, now Sunder.
Will do.
Beautiful. Now, Thrust. Oh, what the hell happened? Club Slugman got knocked on his ass. Nobody does that to Club Slugman. Who do you think you are?
Get out, you little shit.
Just exactly who do you think you are? Putting Club Slugman on his pooper? Nobody puts Club Slugman on his pooper except Closet Throat, and she has permission to put me on my pooper. I grant her license to pooper. It's because, you know, my heart belongs to Closet Throat.
Sorry.
She's the only woman I've ever wanted. She's the perfect woman for Club Slugman, too. I think we can all agree to this. Are you dead yet?
Attention, kid.
Oh, there you go. You're dead now. Any loot in here? What are you doing, Lantry? Oh, casting some kind of buff. Okay, well, I mean, that's sure. It's not terrible. We found a scroll. I guess we'll take it. What is this thing? A scroll. Scroll sits here glowing with magical knowledge. Wow, it's got so much knowledge in it that it glows. Our subterfuge has leveled up. We got a marshberry. Immune to engagement. Bonus, that seems pretty good, actually. Bonus dodge, bonus engage. All right. Maybe we make Barrack eat that. Also, can we camp? Let's camp. Barrack is really wounded, and I really wish there was a way to just, like, cure wounds apart from camping, but... Do you think the enemy will mind if we just take 8 hours and sleep in their kitchen? Apparently not. Don't mind us. We're just, you know, we're setting up camp in your base. You guys don't mind, right? We're coming in to kill all of you and murder you in your sleep, make orphans of your children and widows of your spouses. But, oh, well, we got a little too close. Maybe I should. Okay, what are we up against here? So we've got an honor guard, a sun soldier, an archer, and an outrunner, and then another friggin' sage. All right, well, Club Slugman, you're on sage duty. Actually, you know what? No. First things first. Verse. Let's hit this bastard with Eternal Flame. These sages are no joke.
Not a problem, boss.
I think we're bad at making friends.
Okay, we got him with the Eternal Flame. Now let's hit him with... no, I don't want to hit him from death from above, because it takes too damn long. Club Slugman, just sunder his ass. Verse, make sure that you do keep attacking him, though. That must have. Actually, can we do... you know what? Hit him with death from above. I want him dead fast. Lantry, your whole job is just to try and make sure Barrack doesn't die. Okay, we got quick items. Barrack, you know, Barrack's doing all right for now. Look, Club Slugman, what are you doing? Why are you running away? What the hell is this? You run back to throw Verse up into the air? That's the stupidest shit of all time. I'm gonna run away so I can fight later. That's idiot.
Feels like my blood is on fire.
On the plus side, it did manage to turn that guy into a cloud of pork, so...
That one rattled me hard.
Okay, Lantry, you have some kind of super ability that we never use, right? Quicken. Quicken Club Slugman. I need him to be faster.
Ready? Got it.
Club, what are you doing? You should be... We don't need to sunder this man, just thrust him. Okay, no, we don't need to fight this man at all. Or should we just keep focusing? You know what? No, let's just keep focusing fire. Verse, you clearly are not on board with the whole let's keep focusing fire here. Shoot that guy with the fire arrow to keep him out of the fight. And then stand in a line so you guys can take catastrophic damage from being next to each other. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted you to do. Do things in the stupidest way possible. Actually, hit this man with blood-soaked stone. Also, is it just me or do combo abilities really seem like shit? Because they require us to move around rather than just fight. They don't really seem very useful. Clash of Iron. Here, try and make these guys attack you, Barrack. You're bad at that, but you know, give it a shot. Club Slugman, I need you to come up here and engage this man. Verse is wounded. Stop letting that man shoot Verse. How are you gonna woo her, Club Slugman? You're an old-fashioned man. You're supposed to stand up for your lady. You just standing there. You don't seem egalitarian enough to be like, no, Verse can fight her own battles. She is a empowered, responsible woman. She doesn't need me to defend her. I'm sorry, Club Slugman, but you just don't seem that evolved. You don't really strike me as the like anti-chivalrous type. So is that it? Are we done? Is the keep over? Have we murdered every single person in it, or are we gonna have to do a bunch of like talky bullshit? This is Tyranny, probably some talky bullshit, but you know, we're doing fine. Everybody's in reasonable shape with the exception of Verse, who's got a minor wound. We did already camp once in their tower. How many times are they gonna let us get away with that? We camp enough times, they're gonna start charging us rent. To be like, sir, excuse me, I know you're trying to conquer our citadel, and that you know, you've been murdering the inhabitants. You've brought might, mayhem, and destruction with you at your beck and call, but I'm afraid, sir, we're going to have to ask you to chip in for utilities because you're using a lot of power. What have we got here? Well, these people are green. Sage Apprentice, Honor Guard. Tarkus Ari. Didn't we kill her? I thought we killed her. And Ebb. Oh, we saw you before. All right, well, let's just... I guess we're going to get cutscened here. What a surprise. Some talking in Tyranny. This is 5 guys with no help. Seems difficult. Tarkus Ari. Lovely. I was hoping they'd send the Queen Slayer. I've wanted nothing more than to claim your head. Slay a queen, slay a captain. Kill us and more of us sprout out of the weeds. You can never put down our will to be free. The battle today is just the first of many to come. Uprisings all throughout the tiers. Before me stands Captain Tarkus Ari, de facto leader of the dwindling Vendrian Guard. They're definitely dwindling because I just dwindled a few of them outside. Short, sunburned, and agitated even when standing still. Her body is a compact sculpture of muscle and bone. Her face is short on symmetry thanks to the scars and dents of a dozen brushes with death. If your face is dented, yeah, you've definitely had a brush or two with death. I got a dent in my face. Though your lives will certainly end here in Ascension Hall, she chortles, pointing up toward the ceiling and stone arches somehow supporting the massive weight of the spire overhead. Consider yourself fortunate. Some of the finest rulers of Apex met death by duel in this hallowed hall. Truly, there is no final place to settle an intractable feud. Tarkus. Sisters, brothers. Ari looks back to her cadre of soldiers with a solemn nod. It has been a privilege to lead and an honor to share your final days. Taking deep breaths, she turns to you, waiting silently. Well, let's see here. What do we want to do? I'm but the first of your problem. The chorus and the disfavored are right behind me, and the one thing they have in common is a hatred of you. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Brandish my weapon menacingly? Sure. I have orders to make it excruciating and slow. You underestimate our resolve, Fatebinder. Captain looks to her soldiers for a reassuring glance, but is met with nervous eyes and shuffling feet. A moment of silence is broken as one of the Oathbreakers dashes for the exit. Ha ha ha! Take that, chicken shit! Yeah, you better run, punk. Coward! Captain Ari stomps her boot with rage. No matter, one soldier will make no difference. You know, honestly, I kind of feel like maybe it's going to make all the difference. Then she goes back into a dialogue loop, and time resets for a minute, and I wonder if I'm waiting for Data to give me the message that we're in fact caught in a time loop. But instead, I'm going to ask, any last words? Because Club Slugman is here to kill you. Tell the voices in the rat we're most thankful for his aid. We would not have made it this far without his support. Okay, sure. I'll relay that message. In the meantime, we got to decide who's going to die first. Verse, do we have Death from Above available? We have Blood-Soaked Stone. We have Eternal Flame. We do not have Death from Above available. Well, it seems like this Water Mage should get hit with an Eternal Flame. I'm terrified of mages, and I really feel like our best course of action is going to be to kill the mages first. This ability does not seem terrible, but let's hold off on it. I want you to go Club Slugman, stun the shit out of the Water Mage. You are not following fucking orders.
Admit that from the record.
Do what you're friggin' told to do. No, I just ran up and engaged this guy because of reasons. Barrack, I need you to get everyone's attention, please.
Are you afraid of death, worm?
Okay, that attack hit a lot of people. Hey, Lantry, you want to help me out here, buddy? I'm feeling a little banged up. Club Slugman could use a bit of a touch-up here on the heels. Verse, what the hell are you? You were supposed to set this woman on fire.
Got it.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
I really wish the game had a quicker way to swap characters as well. Like, hotkeys for characters. All the hotkeys are bound to abilities, but I wouldn't mind having a hotkey to swap characters as well. There probably is one, and I don't know it. Did we sunder, please? Thank you. And then also, do a cleave, then a sunder? Is this guy is healing. Hey, Come on, this is a video game, man. We know to attack the healer first. Attack the damn healer. Any day now. God, these combo abilities don't seem worth it. We did a blood-soaked stone, and it appears to have done literally nothing. Hey, Verse, you're supposed to be over here. You know what? Never mind. I don't really care. I can't imagine playing this game on a higher difficulty. Or if you were, you would just have to completely disable the AI. Because it's hijacking actions and making people not do what they're told too damn frequently. There. Everybody's pork cutlets now. I'm happy. Well, I'm not happy, but I'm less unhappy. Oh, hey, Fifth Eye. Bitter Quip. Charles in charge over. Thanks for showing up. I'm pretty sure I turned Tarkus Aree into a giant bloody pile of slop. She looked like the floor of a slaughterhouse a second ago, but suddenly she's reassembled herself. Christ, she's Wolverine. How are we ever going to win this fight? You worthless gnats, we may die, but others will follow our example. Mark my words, the captain coughs up blood. She shouldn't have any blood left to cough up, it all soaked into the floor. Fifth Eye, crush them, crush them. The Fifth Eye's battle cry falls flat as he surveys the room littered with Vendrian guard bodies. Now that's how it's done, Fatebinder. I should be angry you denied me a scalp or two, but I ought to thank you for saving us the trouble. You're lucky I don't come over there and just crush your skull, Fifth Eye, because I've had enough of all the disfavored and Scarlet Corps. I want all of them dead. Betray my alliance? Now, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm betraying my alliance. Sputtering up blood between belly laugh, the captain stickers with delight. Kairos' pawns divide in victory. Priceless. Calm yourself, Fatebinder. The Scarlet Chorus is not your enemy, but the way you're talking, it sounds like you want things to change. Do we have a problem here? Yeah, I'm killing you. I want this Fatebinder served up in 5 or more pieces. Attack. No, you're dead, Fifth Eye. So who's your buddy here? Is this... Got a blood chanter? Okay. Got... This guy's name is Jagged Slash. Oh, he's doing Jagged Slash. His name is Horde. And Fifth Eye's coming at us with the Wheel of Pain. All right, well, Barrack, your job is to step in front of the Wheel of Pain. Club Slugman, you step back. Lantry has leveled up mid-fight. I don't hate that. But the most important thing we could do is to launch your Eternal Flame here, Verse. Eternal Flame goes at the... You always target the wizard. Always target the wizard, dog. Club Slugman, in the meantime, I want you to do an end around. No, I said do an end around, god damn it. They're going to force us to fight this piece of shit Horde, man. Fine. Beat him to death. Here, Barrack, you know what? Here, Barrack, hold on. Can you get this guy, like, to attack you for a moment? Get his attention, please, Barrack. You did not get his attention. Fantastic work, Barrack. I'm glad you're on the team, buddy. You know what? I want to cancel that. Here, just do this. Oh, this guy's, he's going to wade into us. Well, never mind. Can we hit both of these guys? Yes, do that then. Or just let Verse turn them into pork cutlets, and then we'll go ahead and throw a swing for nothing. We've been silenced and frightened and hit with all varieties of magic, but then we just chopped his face in. What the hell? Club Slugman's doing a victory dance over here. Be like, check me out, yo. Woo! Club Slugman.
That from the record.
Club Slugman breaking it down in the club, dog. This is how Slugman rolls. What the hell is wrong with Club Slugman? Well, he appears to have snapped out of it. Here, let's do a blood-soaked stone just for fun.
Let's do it, you and me.
Yeah. You know, you keep saying that, Verse. You keep offering the whole let's do it thing, and then you always fail to deliver.
My armor feels...
Well, you're dead. Or not dead, because nobody ever actually dies. Come on, I want to kill him. The party has received a version. Okay, I don't know what that is, but sure. The clatter and madness of combat has finally ceased. Ascension Hall is, for a moment, tranquil. Good. We've gained wrath with the Vendrian Guard. We've gained wrath with disfavor. We've gained wrath with the Scarlet Corps. Good, bring your wrath. I don't care. You guys are a bunch of helpless idiots. If I ever need to defeat the Scarlet Corps, all I have to do is mention a disfavored, and vice versa. In spite of her wounds, Aree is laughing, holding her guts together while a steady trickle of blood seeps between her fingers. You have doomed us and handed the tears to Kairos. I hope you and all the other pillaging whores choke on your victory. Are whores known for pillaging? It doesn't really seem like what whores are known for. Couldn't you have called me like a cocksucking whore? That seems more appropriate. This is just as the voices of Nerat warned. Never, the chorus commander pauses to cough, slightly lifting his mask to spit several teeth to the floor. Ever trust a servant of the law. Even if this is my end, know that the chorus will make you regret this betrayal. I really don't care. With those words of defeat, the burning hum you've heard in your head for days on end tapers off into nothing. Your mind returns to a state of quiet you've not felt since before you proclaimed the edict upon Vendrian's well. Hooray. I don't want to say anything. I really don't care. You feel a tug in your chest as warm energy begins to form around you. Before you know it, you feel as if you are lighter than air. Is Kairos calling me home? Please tell me Kairos is calling me home. Oh, we have ascended. I guess. Oh, I know everything! I could see everything! I have achieved the quickening? Where's my Christopher Lambert, though? Oh, never mind. We teleported into a hole. Well, we got the quickening, I guess, so there can be only one, and it turns out that one is Club Slugman. Clancy Brown's going to be heartbroken, though. Oh, nope, never mind. Where are we now? Is this the top of the spire? We must be at the top of the spire. Probably top of the spire here, and we're going to have a very, very long, dull conversation with no one we understand or have ever met before or give a single shit about. And it's probably going to take a very long time for us to do that. And we brought 2 people with us for what is effectively no purpose. You blink away the last of the luminescent trails in your field of vision. The masonry of Ascension Hall is replaced with a wide open space in every direction, save for the slab of ancient stone beneath your feet. High winds shove you, pushing you off balance. The air is cool and thin, unsatisfying to my lungs. Don't tell my lungs. Hey, don't you try and tell me what satisfies my lungs, thank you. Lantry, is this? Lantry looks out to the horizon, wide-eyed with excitement. Yes, this must be the spire. When was the last time? Lantry's eyes look down over the ledge. Dumbstruck by the vertical plunge, Lantry backs away from the edge. I may need to retch. No time for voice work here, I guess, huh, guys? Okay. Verse. This is certainly a change. The wind ruffles the feathers in her hair, and Verse quickly smooths them down. A damn cold change. She peers over the edge. Think I could land on my feet if I jumped? Not that it would matter for long. Verse, I don't get you. Kairos, be merciful. What now? Barrick spins around on his feet, looking about, trying to take in as much as he can through the narrow visors of his helmet. You could take that hat off, maybe see better. Every way I look, mountains rise up along a distant horizon. The rivers and forests below bring to mind maps of Vendrian's well, and you quickly trace the Matani, the Irinev, of the numerous waterways of the region. Higher than you imagined it, this is indeed the pinnacle of the spire at Vendrian's well. Yes, I gathered that. Did I need 5 pages of dialogue to tell me that I've been teleported to the top? I don't care. How did we get all the way up here? Ari strains to stand up, clutching her side. Shouldn't you be dead by now? I turned you into a cloud of meat earlier, and suddenly you've not only reassembled yourself, but survived. Oh, and I see that Fifth Eye is with us as well. Nerat, help me, somebody! The Fifth Eye staggers about in the high winds, looking in every direction. Is this some sort of illusion? I love the fact that my betrayal and decision to turn coat on the chorus literally had no effect. I killed 2 nameless chumps, and Fifth Eye is not dead. All I wanted to do was kill these people who wouldn't help me do their damn job. And none of them will actually die. This person is objectively a bad guy and refuses to die. Lantry, the edict is gone, and I don't think we're dead. Lantry shrugs. We all could feel the edict passing. No doubt the soldiers below are sensing it too, and the Archons as well. I claim this spire as my lawful court. This is where I shall establish myself as Club Slugman and go forth to conquer the Scarlet Course and the Disfavored, because those guys are shit biscuits. So you do, though I fear that the words carry more weight in Tunan's court than they do here. Fifth Eye draws his sleeve across the nose of his mask in a childlike fashion. I'm sure the voices in the route will know your every thought when he devours your mind, but I'd be happy to deliver any parting words from the wicked, treacherous Fatebinder in the meantime. He glances around, assuming I can leave this elevated prison. No, I'm going to kick you off the edge. You can leave when you learn to fly. I'm going to go Lord Aaron on you here. Sorry, Robin, you better learn to fly. Put you in the moon well. What is it? The moon cage? Whatever. The prison? The Eerie? I want to kick him off the side. That's what I'm saying. Yes, you can carry them down to the armies below on your corpse. You wouldn't. The Fifth Eye holds out his hands in front of him. I have surrendered. I am your captive. You would kill the Overlord's precious servant in cold blood? I'm going to write down my dictation of control. You write a carefully worded declaration of sovereignty, naming Vendrian's well and Spire as your lawful claim, with the power vested in you by Tunan, Archon of Justice. Neither the Archons nor the forces are permitted to enter, save by your invitation. Damn right, take your shitty biscuits ass armies and get the hell out of Club Slugman. This is Club Slugman's skull-busting Kansas City-style barbecue, and I'm not going to serve your kind here, Fifth Eye. You wouldn't. The Fifth Eye holds out his hands in front of him. Didn't we just... Yes, I already tried to murder you in cold blood, and it wouldn't let me. Now you're going to fly. Make the little man fly, Uncle Rob. Make the little man fly. Little finger, push him out. The Fifth Eye's childish squeal becomes an outright shriek. The Horde will take you. We'll see each other again, Fatebinder, for I can be replaced. Do you hear me? I can be replaced. Ah, yes, the noble battle cry of the glorious and brave. I can be replaced. That should be the Perfidious Pete battle cry henceforth. Our new battle cry is, I can be replaced. With some gentle encouragement from your right arm, the Fifth Eyes tumble over the edge. No, this literary construction doesn't work. You've made it possessive, but also no. I don't, his what? His tumbles over the edge? See, that's how I give up. The infantile scream grows somehow louder as the figure falls downward until half a minute later the scream ends with a sudden silence. You know, if this is as high as you're making it out to be, we wouldn't be able to hear the ground from here. So long, sucker! Out of the corner of your eye, you spot Vendrian Guard Captain bracing herself to stand, clutching her wounds and steadying her footwork against the high winds. You know, she gets around pretty good for a person who was a literal exploded cloud of chunks of flesh and blood and bone. She's pretty light on her feet. Haven't forgotten you, Captain. Nope, still alive. That can be solved. Wounded and weary, Captain Tarkus Ari offers no resistance. With a single stroke, you put the battered warrior to rest. Good. Goodbye, my friend. Ebb nods slowly, looking at Ari's corpse. So ends one of the finest patriots of Apex. She clears her throat and turns to you with a forced smile. I trust I am next. No, loyalty? You? I think maybe you live. No doubt I'm the very definition of an enemy of the Overlord. I didn't just resist, I lead others into resistance, so I know what's about to happen, but I know when I've met my match, and like most folk, I'll do whatever it takes to live. If you will show me mercy, I will pledge my life to you, good Fatebinder. Tidecaster bows one knee, lowering her gaze. I know I'm an oathbreaker, so my word isn't what it used to be, but I promise if you spare me, I will serve you well. Why would I possibly trust you? Because I'm all out of reasons to fight you. The Vendrian Guard and the Schooler Tides are no more, leaving me with no loyalties or ties to, well, anyone. And we must all bow to Kairos' minions eventually, right? I would die before swearing fealty to the voices of Nerat, and Graven Ash would kill me in a heartbeat. If I'm to serve anyone in this new order, it should be the Archon of Justice, and you are the only servant of Tunin I can think to ask. You know what? Yes, serve me well, and all can be forgiven. If you'll have my fealty, it is yours. I, Ebb of the Tidecasters, do hereby pledge my life and loyalty to Club Slugman. She dips in a formal bow. I will serve and obey so long as you need or want of my skills. Good. Yep. See you in Hellverse. There's yes, click to dismiss. We're bringing in Ebb. I haven't really been to, I mean, I know I've been trying to woo you, Verse, but, you know, I think my days of wooing you are over. There's a new hotness in town, and her name is Closet Throat. Don't think I forgot about Closet Throat, by the way. She's my one true love. It just seems like Ebb is going to be more useful in combat, because I really feel like we have not been getting much out of Verse. I'm looking for more of a ranged support character, and she ain't getting the job done. You've claimed Ascension Hall for yourself, startling into Scarlet Chorus allies and throwing the battle into disarray while the voices of Nerat is amused by your foolhardy stunt. That won't stop him from killing you over it. Yeah, bring it, voices of Nerat. Do you think Club Slugman is scared of a punk ass like you? Though you stepped out from under the Overlord's shadow, you nevertheless satisfy the terms of the edict, removing the death sentence from everyone in the valley. No sooner had the peace settled than a new danger eclipsed it. The civil war between Kairos' forces. What a surprise. With the threat of execution no longer looming overhead, Overlord's armies turned their attention away from the Citadel and toward each other. Well, they kind of did that before the threat of the Citadel was finished looming, but Club Slugman handled that part. The tensions that flared over the long siege reached an explosive crescendo as the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus armies clashed iron and bronze in a hasty, disorganized battle. Voices of Nerat and his officers escaped to the Stone Sea, leaving their conscript army to carry on their fight against the disfavored. Well, that'll go well. Before the conflict could claim further lives, Graven Ash and his disfavored legion broke camp and withdrew to their fortress in a blade grave because their kill-to-death ratio was getting a little bit low, and they didn't want to have to take the stat hit on the leaderboard, so they decided to go back to the blade grave where they could farm some more kills, farm up some noobs, and restore their stat balance. Both armies turn their backs to the spire, your new unassailable seat of power. You can feel the Archon's boiling hatred from the pinnacle. I can feel their boiling hatred from pretty much anywhere. Those guys are asshats. I hate them as much as they hate me. As the days passed, the wounded and injured were nursed to health. You explored your strange bastion and planned your next steps with careful deliberation. Pretty sure Club Slugman did not do that. As word spreads that the Scarlet Course and Disfavor turned on each other, factions once resolved to bend the knee are inspired instead to continue fighting. The Archon's feud has heralded the collapse of Kairos' offensive. Tunin, the Archon of Justice, observed the chaos and discord spreading across the land. The Archon summoned his Fatebinder to return to court at the Bastard City and report on his actions in Venri as well. Well, maybe you should have sent 2 other Archons who weren't complete and total dickwads, and things would have gone much better for us. From the top of the spire, you can make out distant features of Venri as well and the mountains beyond. Yeah, I don't care. Safe to say your Lord Tunin will want to hear what's transpired. Noted, I should make haste to the Bastard City. Kairos' forces have withdrawn. That's one less headache. Uh-oh, my blue light went out. Is that meaningful? The dizzying energy from the spire falters. Whatever force awoke the powers that reside here gutters and fades through a faint hum persists in a sculpture at the center. The humming from the curious sculpture pulses and builds in volume as if to draw your attention. Well, I'm assuming it wants me to touch it, but you know what? I'm going to have to let that go another time because this episode is done. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more Tyranny, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for at least the immediate future. Although I got to say, for a story-heavy game, it really feels like maybe they dropped the ball on the story a little bit. I'm starting to sour a teeny tiny bit, but this was just the opening prologue. We can, we'll give it a little more time to percolate. Maybe it's just not done brewing. Coffee may still need a little work. We'll give it the time it needs. Maybe it's a cold brew. The cold brew is the best brew, but it takes the longest. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.